Hello.
Welcome back!
Welcome back to the We Reached the End of Watanagashi Eventually special.
Maybe. It's okay, this will be a 5-minute video. It's gonna be great.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, how you feeling after that last long-ass fucking
Keiichi
chapter?
isn't dead.
Yeah,
Hashtag
woo! Go Keiichi!
disappoint-
Woo!
Keiichi needs to die.
I mean,
hurry
look,
up
he
and
won't die. If he wills it, he can live forever. That's just how he be. That's right.
It's interesting though, I almost feel like death would be the easy way out of this at this point.
Maybe it would. Maybe it would.
Having been gouged in the stomach,
Yeah.
seeing your friends tortured in front of you, died, nearly been tortured yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
Look, at least Rena-chan is okay. That's all that matters.
we haven't heard confirmation.
She's fine. She hasn't died on screen, so she's fine. Right? That's how the rules work. If you don't die on screen, you're fine.
I'm especially intrigued by the argument between the two sisters there at the end.
Yeah, implied that there was only one person there, but there was a fight between two sisters. What's
Yeah.
going on? What's happened there? I don't know.
The other interesting thing is, like, with the two of them and how I'm saying I reckon that it was actually who we know as Shion perpetrating the incidents.
Sure.
Was it the one I think was perpetrating the incidents that died?
It's a great
or
question.
was it the victim of the incidents
It's
that
an
died?
excellent question. Who knows? Somebody fell off a building, though, which kind of sucks.
That it
I don't
does.
think that would be fun.
That poor building.
I'd
It'll
rather not...
Never live down those scars.
It's true. It's true. All that blood on the pavement.
I mean, but actually, though, it's one of those things where, like, people will move into the apartment and they'll be like, is this the place where that person died?
I
that
know,
one time?"
right? It'll be like ghost stories and stuff. It'd be great.
Go for it.
Only for 5 minutes, understand? Please try not to excite him. Yes, I will be careful.
That sound.
Yay!
The
best
door
boy.
opened, and as I expected,
Woo!
Uishi-san came in.
As I expected, best boy.
Best boy.
Hello, my boy-san. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yes.
It's actually only been about, like,
It's been like 5
3
minutes.
hours.
It's not been that long actually, but it is saying in my family, my grandmama say, it's been a while, my friend. Tell me, how have you been since then?
The doctor says my post-operative recovery seems to be going smoothly, but I think I got worse when I saw your face.
Oh, no! You wound me! Oh,
Uishi-san gave a laugh that smelled of sweat. He handed Mom a bag of assorted candies he must have purchased from the souvenir corner on the first floor of the hospital.
Excuse me, Mrs. Mayaba. Would it be possible for me to talk to Keiichi-kun for just a few moments?
Mom clearly wasn't pleased at the thought of a police officer talking to her son without her there.
As she should be!
However, I insisted. Mom, sorry, just a little while. Just 5 minutes, okay? Begrudgingly, Mom left the room.
Right.
When she closed the door, Uishi-san grinned widely and looked around the room.
Room to yourself, how high class. My old lady always gets a shared room, you know. It is quite lively, however. Seems like you're a higher rank if you have the worst disease in places like that. The sicker you are, the prouder you are. Or maybe the more arrogant.
Uishi-san, we only have 5 minutes. I'd like it if these were the last 5 minutes we ever saw each other.
Wow!
I don't have any connection to Hinamizawa anymore, and this isn't in Hinamizawa anymore either.
What a dick! Yes, because there aren't any general hospitals in Okinomiya. Mind if I have a seat? Down we go!
This was a large university hospital in Shishibone City, one that's been foreshadowed. Splendidly urban, entirely different from the likes of Hinamizawa and Okinomiya. It was hard to believe that Hinamizawa was part of the same city.
When does it look like you'll get transferred?
I don't know, I'm ready to go whenever though.
Out. What?
My moving plans were delayed a little because of my serious injury.
It was a serious injury, guys! I don't know if you realize this, but getting stabbed in the chest is pretty serious.
That's such a lie.
It's great.
My parents had already left the house in Hinamizawa, though, and were living in our new one. They planned to have me transferred to the hospitals closer to the new house once I'd recovered enough to be taken there.
Please don't come to where I'm transferring. I will really get worse then.
Oh man, you really do hate me. It may just be my job, but that stings. That's why I brought you all kinds of lovely souvenirs in atonement.
First up is a picture book. Here is you getting stabbed. Here is me unfolding from building.
Here's me with gun looking cool. Posing in there.
You didn't need to bring an assortment of cookies for that.
Well, you see, there aren't actually cookies in here. Look.
Uishi-san pulls open the can of cookies and... What? I'm stretching my scar.
God damn it, Oishi. I didn't know what you were into, my son, so I brought all kinds of things. See, all sorts of cute-looking ones, from westerns to comic strips. Lately, they have this sort of H-manga aimed at girls, too.
Don't bring porn in here. Take it away and go home.
Fuck Oishi. What a fucking bro. In the worst way. I love him.
He's awful.
I thought for sure a healthy young person like you would be feeling a little needy, being cooped up in a place like this for so long. If you stay here too long, the only fetish you'll end up with is a nurse one, you know. There are plenty of other beautiful things in this world besides nurses, if you don't decide what to major in now. Keep your options open, my son. You need to be a more all-around type of person. No,
I gave Uichi's vulgar laugh a pained grin. Somehow or other I understood. The fact that Uichi-san was bringing it up like this, and he must have had something important to talk about. Still only got 5 minutes.
It's alright, it's been like 4 of those 5 minutes. Here, let's talk real fast. The incident with Shion-san really was unfortunate.
The night I was stabbed by Mion, Shion fell from her balcony and died. They said the police were investigating all possibilities, accident, suicide, and homicide, but it could only have been Mion's doing. Mion found out where Shion was hiding and pushed her down to her death. Nothing else was conceivable. It couldn't have been an accident. It was Mion. It had to be.
The criminology guys are saying it had to be a suicide, but I am of the same opinion as you, my son.
What if it's both?
She pushed Shion-san and also stabbed you in one night.
Is Mion still not being found?
Oh, that's right. That's what I came here to tell you today. Yes, we actually did find her.
What? Learning that felt rather strange to me. I was partly relieved that the incident was truly over, and I was partly sorry that my best friend had finally been caught. Felt many other things too. My heart was a maze of emotions.
What happened to her?
That's not all. In the Sonozaki House catacombs, we found the hidden well. Just as you said, my son, we found the remains of all those who disappeared at the bottom.
I see. That sliver of hope, that possibility I'd believed in, the Rika-chan and Sadako were alive, just from the fact their remains hadn't been found. Gone.
It was incredibly well hidden in those catacombs. I mean, it was in the blind spot of another blind spot. It was a vertical tunnel dug out like big well. There was a ladder set up there, and when we went all the way down, there was another tunnel built there going through it. It was a very extravagant place. When we followed that a few hundred meters, we found ourselves at the mouth of an old unused well in the mountains. I wonder if it was a secret escape route the previous Sonozaki family leader built.
This is rather insignificant, but does that mean it's open air?
Uh-huh.
Is it like it's on the outside of the mountain? Is that what he was just saying?
Maybe. I don't know.
That's kind of fucked up. It's just like, here, corpses, here's the open sky.
Yeah, just fuck down there. Maybe. Have I fucked up? Have I said your line? No, we good? Okay.
I don't know. Who cares?
Let's keep hitting it.
Maybe they're just both Uishi.
You know what? Maybe it probably was Uishi. You bring up excellent point, Uishi. Maybe it was made in the maze. Still, I've been personally built something like that.
So everyone's remains were at the bottom.
Yes. Even deeper down the escape path, there was a pole of coal tar. They'd been casually thrown into there. They had fallen from a fairly high spot, so their remains were totally buried in it. It took a lot of time and police effort and resources to pull their bodies up, let me tell you.
See, this is another case, like certain other places in Ryukichi's novels, where I'd really love a map of this,
The map
because I
of the
don't
tunnels.
understand physically what
Yeah.
the description is leading to here.
Yeah.
Because, like, in my mind, there's a ladder down,
Just
and
think
then
of it
and then
as a
way, and then another drop.
Honestly, just think of it like a big hole with tar at the bottom. Just go with that.
Yeah.
Just don't worry about it
Because,
too
like,
much.
if you'd told me that there was a murder hole in the middle of a torture chamber,
Yeah.
I would have pictured it being dead in the middle, and they drop people in there, like, they just slide their corpses towards the center once they're done with them from the racks around the outside.
That's certainly what I've had the impression of, so I'm just going to ignore all that explanation personally.
But like, the way that it sounds like he's
I know.
describing it is
It sounds like a
in
fucking ant tunnel.
in a corner behind something else. There's a ladder down, and then a passageway across.
Certainly in the
and
anime,
then another passageway down, and then another passageway
if memory
across.
serves, in the
Put
anime,
that on screen, me.
Well, in the anime, it is that. If memory serves, it is literally just they got like all the prison cells and things, and there's just a big hole in the middle of the room.
Right.
Just to simplify things, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. Trivia about the anime.
Did you find them all, Uishi?
Let's find out.
I'd hoped that they at least wouldn't find Rika-chan or Sadako. That's what I wished for when I asked, but my shallow hope was crushed in the blink of an eye.
What did you ask?
Yes, all of them. In fact, we also found human bones we think are over a decade old. We think there are at least 3 people. I suppose it's the dark side of Hinamizawa's history.
That's that's 1982, 1981, 1980. Is that all of them? No, we're missing one. We're missing the first one.
I think there were 4 previous years, weren't there?
Yeah. So we're still not in 100% covered territory yet.
I wonder how many people's bones we'll find when we've sucked out all the mud. It is a scary thought.
That weight had been pushing down on Mion's shoulders the whole time. Mion.
We've currently identified people who disappeared from Shishibune City decades ago. People are talking about how this opportunity might let us resolve the disappearing persons cases that have been abandoned.
After a deep silence, he breathed a heavy sigh. Rishi-san went for cigarettes to pass the time, but realized this was a non-smoking area, so he gave up and put them back in his shirt pocket.
What part of a hospital isn't a non-smoking area?
The reception, maybe?
No.
Maybe?
Hopefully not.
The bathroom to the side of the reception area that the, secretary goes into and they're like a badass and they smoke.
That's how you get yourself fired as a secretary in a hospital.
But they do it in secret. It's like in the bathrooms at high school.
Oh, this is a bit of detour. But you know Rika Furude-san, right?
Of course. She's my friend.
Oh. Did she ever tell you anything on the lines of regularly taking insulin injections for diabetes?
I mean, what?
What?
Why?
I don't know.
What is this? Listen, this is one of these things that I'm like, this is gonna come back and it's gonna haunt me.
Yeah, maybe.
Rika-chan has diabetes?
She has diabetes.
I had, sorry, Keiichi.
Oh. Well, this is one of those fun things. He's continuously talking in the present tense.
I didn't know what he was talking about.
Very sad.
Actually, we found it in her skirt pocket. A syringe. It was destroyed though, so we couldn't identify the medicine. It was a bit out of place, so I got interested. You really don't know anything.
Okay, so we're just doing the motif.
Syringes.
Okay. I'm on board.
Syringes.
Except this is actually the first syringe.
They're so mysterious.
Because fuck you, it was a marker.
Sure, whatever. Whatever you say, dude.
I didn't
you don't even know
anything about Rika-chan carrying syringes around with
Why
her.
is she got a syringe? Rikushi, what's she doing?
real.
I don't want to know about
real.
this. What?
If the Sonozakis are the Yakuza, the Furude family was clearly, they're drug runners.
Clearly. That's what Rika's doing. She's just proceeding with the value tradition of drug running.
Exactly.
In Hinamizawa.
The Sonizaki family corporate, the Yakuza people. Anyway, there's rumors that they deal in psychostimulants. I was thinking that might have something to do with it too.
They are really trying to pin just everything on the Sonozaki family.
I don't know.
And it's too early.
Yeah,
the thing is, I love this because this being Ryukishi's first VN means that people might have expected this was the end.
Yeah.
So this is like a big long lead up, like, oh, look at all of these things that we've discovered, and here's how this closes up, and this closes up, and this closes up. And then in the all-cast review session, it's going to be like, hope you're excited for 3, and people are like, ah!
It's true. Nobody knew how many he was going to make back in the day. It's good fun.
You're trying to tell me that Rika-chan is a drug addict?
Yes.
Yes, that makes sense to me.
No, not at all. That isn't what I am saying. It just seems strange, however you look at it.
Quit that shit. That she would try to bring a syringe with her on her way to get soy sauce. If she was going to inject soy sauce in her veins. That's
Makes sense. That is how you become Japanese
Give me
after
that
all.
soy sauce and I'll stick it right in there. That's okay. Cut that.
Cut that.
Cut that.
Not cutting that, I'm sorry. I have no idea what any of this means. My eyes are spinning.
I feel sick.
We've ruined the mood again. I'm sorry.
It's alright. He's gonna die eventually.
No, fine. Oh, all right. Should I go in a sexy one?
I'm fine. Please continue.
Well, that's all I had to say about the story. So, it was the only thing that personally struck me as interesting. Like, a sign from God.
Screw them. Not a
No, not interesting. It was like a sign from God. There was a big syringe here.
Rika-chan.
Rika-san was sort of like the village mascot after all. It looks like the village is in an uproar right now. Between the old blind believers and the Sonozaki family who killed her. The three families' effective control over the village is basically in shambles too.
Lines that should not be forgotten.
If someone came up to them with talk of a dam again, with this sort of timing, the entire village will be abandoned for
Yeah.
sure this time.
There's the ticket. That's the one. This is where we're really going. This is a smoke screen for this line. That's what's happening here.
I don't know.
We're not wrapping things up this early. This is a throw to what we're about to start looking at.
I'm not related to Hinamizawa anymore. I actually was. I just said it because I thought about Hinamizawa being abandoned was unpleasant, and I wanted to end the conversation quickly. There was a knock at the door. It opened slightly, and my mum asked if we were still talking.
Just let me get a line. Whoops! We went off topic, didn't we? What a pickle!
I looked at the clock. He just spreads all the magazines all over the bed. He's like, don't worry about them.
This is healthy for young boys, don't worry. I found them here!
I looked at the clock. 5 minutes were long past. He told my mother if there was something he really wanted to ask and if she could wait a little bit longer.
Is that so? Keep it short, okay?
There wasn't any getting around the fact she was thinking about what a police officer could be talking to her son about. Yeah, nothing that your son who was involved in 2 murder cases could possibly be involved
Nothing
in.
important.
God damn.
Maybe we should choose another day for this.
Oishi-san. Mion, how is she right now? I wanted to just hear that answer and then get rid of him.
Before I tell you that, I just need one thing for you. I just need you to answer something. In all honesty.
What is it?
I want you to take your answer very seriously. You get it? If you say something indiscreet, it could be viewed as an obstruction of the investigation, and you could be prosecuted.
Oishi-san kept threatening me until the end. What the hell did he want?
Moebius-han. Who do you think the criminal was who pushed Shion from the balcony?
There's no way it could be anyone but Mion, is there?
Then who was the one who stabbed you?
Please don't make me say it again. It was Mion. Mion Sonozaki.
Except one of them happened before the other. What?
Oishi-san smiled bitterly, then dabbed his forehead with a handkerchief to wipe his sweat. Should have expected that answer, and yet it looked as though he wasn't satisfied with it. She pushed Shion and she stabbed me. Didn't you just admit yourself that Mion was the criminal?
The evidence we have that Mion killed Shion is based on testimony from the man living next door. His neighbor is actually a member of an organized crime group. In other words, he was Shion-san's bodyguard. He is some kind of badass. It seems he's a veteran leader in that vein. I was like a parent to the Sonozaki sisters growing up.
I've forgotten his name and I feel bad.
His name is Kasai. He is super cool character. I look forward to seeing him again. That man said this. The noise he heard from next door was just like the sound of a fight between the sisters that he was used to hearing when they still lived together.
And he didn't interject because he's a good bodyguard.
And no, there was no doubt about it. He said he heard Mion and Shion insulting each other and heard them struggling. At first, though, he thought it was a hallucination she was having, brought on by her dementia. You see, he thought that because that sort of ruckus had been occurring every night. However, that night had been longer than the rest, and he claimed that he went to her room to give her a sedative. The noise died down while he got the manager to give him the key. He'd already decided he'd at least check up on her, and after she wasn't answering his calls, they took the plunge and unlocked the door. Then they saw that the room was a mess.
And for some reason, no one had come into the fucking building to report the corpse on the ground.
Since Shion had been pushed off the balcony, they decided it had to have been Mion, and that's how it happened. In other words, he only heard from the other side of the wall. Plus, because the apartment complex is connected to the organization, it doesn't have many residents, so they were the only ones who heard it happening. To reiterate, there was only one person who witnessed Mion Sonozaki.
Even if you didn't see her, isn't it obviously Mion's doing?
Now settle down. This is what I am saying. It means you were the only one who saw Mion Sonozaki for sure last night. After all, Shion-san, the other witness is no longer alive.
What are you trying to say? I don't really understand. At that point, Keiichi-san paused. The fact this was a no-smoking area completely slipped his mind, and he took out his pack of cigarettes again.
Yay.
He lit one with his lighter, and exhaled a long stream of tobacco smoke.
Were you really stabbed by Mion Sonozaki?
Yes, there's no doubt about it. Smoke Keiichi-san breathed out floated away like a thundercloud swept away by the wind. Keiichi-san, you can't smoke in here. The nurses will get mad.
And the police normally too, but...
Actually, we found Mion Sonozaki at the bottom of the well too.
What?
She fell to her death. We believe that as she was trying to escape to that hidden passage in the well, her foot slipped while climbing down the ladder. She fell to the bottom, broke her neck, and died. Yes, the same way as Shion-san. She broke her neck.
Now, isn't that a lovely piece of imagery to wrap up that whole thing?
Yay!
They're different people. They died the same way. I love it.
Well, what?
After you passed out that day, Mion Sonozaki tried to escape using the hidden well, but her foot slipped and she died. As if beckoned by the corpses of the other sacrifices, she dropped down there.
But... it doesn't make any sense, does it?
The autopsy came to the conclusion that she definitely died on that day. She didn't go back there after attacking you and Shion-san. She was already dead by then.
My jaw was on the floor. There's absolutely no way that could be. Mion was the one that stabbed me. It had to have been her. It wouldn't have been anyone else to do it.
Okay, so current theory, the perpetrator, because we didn't see the cops come into the room, right? They paused.
No, we didn't see it.
Yeah, and they also hesitated before torturing Keiichi. Which means that they probably did something else. So I reckon that whoever was in the cage is the one at the bottom of the well.
Right.
And that whoever was the perpetrator came and nabbed Keiichi, then committed suicide.
Right.
That's the pertaining theory.
Cool. It's a good theory. I like it.
Because otherwise it would have to be said that both of them are murderers, and I don't think that's the implication here.
Interesting.
Then who attacked Shion and me? Who was it?
The one who attacked you was someone who was Mion Sonozaki and yet not Mion Sonozaki.
My mind had become a complete mess, and I started to lose my ability to think straight.
Do you remember how Mio Takano-san died?
Huh? Takano-san? Yeah. I heard she was burned to death in some distant mountains.
We learned that she was burned after being strangled to death. The Keiichi station did the autopsy. It's a little bit strange. The results of the preliminary autopsy said that she had been dead for at least 24 hours. Since that was contradictory in their panic, they seemed to have revised it to say she died earlier that day.
Trustworthy police work.
Despite me being an absolute wreck over what was going on with Mion, he was telling me there was even more on top of that. Didn't understand the complex things Keiichi-san was telling me.
The results saying she had been dead for 24 hours, as her own old criminologist Keiichi says, is pretty damn reliable. So then, what would that mean? I've asked that question over and over, but on the night of Watanagashi, you were with me on Takano-san, weren't you?
And all the other witnesses were dead.
I was.
You also met her on the day before while setting up for the festival, right?
All the other witnesses are dead.
I mean, I ran into her too. I am witness.
And Keiichi is suddenly dead.
No, he's fine. Look, all my favorite characters are making it out of it alive, and you can't take this from me.
Nah, they're all dead.
No! Keiichi and Ren are alive, and that's what matters.
It's fucking gonna bomb the village by the end of this story.
You think so?
And
That's how.
everyone
Okay.
dies.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah, I was with her then.
If she'd been dead for 24 hours, then that would mean she was already dead the day before the festival.
That can't be.
She was alive during the festival preparations, however, when you all slipped into the ritual storehouse, Takano-san was already dead.
The origin of all that happened, the beginning of everything. Our intrusion in the ritual storehouses, which I'd come to regret countless times. The one who tempted me, Takano-san. When she invited us into the storehouse, she was already no longer of this world.
Very suspicious.
So, what we've got from this is that Uishi is gaslighting Keiichi.
That is awful. There are too many dead people walking around in this incident.
An incident caused by a dead person and ended by a dead person.
Makes sense to me. Also, apparently, they're under pressure to revise the time of Mion Sonazaki's death, not to the day of the incident, or right after she stabbed you. Probably pressure from the outside to get this incident wrapped up already in nice little bow. So I'd appreciate it if you didn't say a word about this to anyone.
Just save it for the next arc.
Yes.
Uishi-san grabbed his jacket that was hanging on the chair, put out his cigarette with the bottom of his foot, and started.
So good.
Listen, as someone who's grown up around hospitals my whole life, this is like...
It's a great It's so bad. I love him.
started pretending to wave away the smoke floating around.
I have stayed too long. It's been like an hour. But how long has it been? It's been 26 minutes. I had come here thinking I could at least end this incident as it applied to you, but it looks like it got even more baffling instead.
Absentmindedly, he walked towards the door, looking at me, unable to speak out of the corner of his eye.
If it so happens that something comes up you want to talk about in the future, call me anytime. My business card is in those souvenirs from before. When that time comes, I'll pay you a visit with some wonderful souvenirs again.
Uishi-san seemed to think I was still hiding something. That I, after all this, would be hiding something. I'm the one things are being hidden from. I'm the one who wants to know.
Then let us meet again one day. Take care of yourself.
I guess it would have been Oishi. You know what? It's fine. Then let us meet again one day. Take care of yourself. There we are.
I listened to the tap of Uishi-san walking down the hallway. I still couldn't return from my state of bewilderment.
There we go. And that's the end.
He wanted to end this incident as it applied to me.
It's not the end.
What was over? Nothing was over. The incident was still continuing.
And then it's over. Right?
What is happening? Ryukashi.
I'm gonna just lean back here.
Alright.
You having fun?
I'm having fun.
I hope you're having fun. Here we go.
Then slip. An arm covered in fresh blood came out from underneath the bed. I wasn't that surprised. This was an illusion I was seeing, seized with fear.
Keiichi, I told you, remember?
I heard a guttural voice coming from underneath the bed. I still recognized it as Mion's voice. What, Mion? What did you tell me?
I warned you on that day. After today, if you see me, it will be the demon that has possessed my body.
You did. You said that, didn't you? Sorry. Guess I wasn't careful enough. That's why I got stabbed. Possibly wounds sustained when she fell from the ladder. Many of her fingernails were broken and torn. Her arms slowly felt about on top of the bed, searching for mine. Oh, hey, Mion. I just, thought of a good joke. Want to hear it? The Mion under the bed didn't answer. Let's say that I died here today, but tomorrow I'd still be here living a normal life. So when Uishi-san learned about it afterwards, the time of death wouldn't make sense once again. Make a huge deal about how someone who should have died was alive and he'd totally lose his head. Takano-san, then Mion, then me third. So, funny, right? Makes you laugh, doesn't it?
Keiichi,
laugh? Or was it not that funny? Mion's blood-stained hand groped around and found my wrist. Though her fingernails were torn, she gripped it hard as if scratching me. Ow. Go easy. Ow, it hurts.
Kei-chan, I've come for you.
I tried to shake my wrist loose, but the strength she held it with was unbelievable, and I couldn't. She was only gripping one wrist, and yet my whole body wouldn't move. I couldn't even twitch. My fingers were spread apart, and I couldn't make a fist either. That fact I couldn't make a fist reminded me of the restraining table. I felt a crooked nail press against my left pinky fingertip. Mion's forehead was split open, and with a face covered with blood, she smiled and got right up in front of my nose. Nothing was over. Nothing was over. The incident was far from being over. It was still going on. It was still happening. Someone, please end this incident. This cruel, tragic, unfortunate, sad incident. Please end it. That is my only wish. I granted you one before, remember? You don't get any more. Mion firmly held the nail down on my fingertip, and with her other hand, she slowly swung a mallet up into the air and rolled the credits.
Kaboom! There it goes.
There we go.
That's Arc 2, ladies and gentlemen.
That is Arc 2, gentlemen and ladies.
Gentlemen and ladies, and other, welcome.
A
new
new
scenario's been
scenario.
Woo!
I guess
Okay,
let's do it.
session. Let's just fucking
do
go.
it.
We got
Let's
time.
go.
Fuck
We
it.
got so much time.
Let's do the thing. It's gonna be fun.
Alrighty.
I'm excited.
The last nail
Yay!
in his coffin.
That was fun.
I'm kind of picturing that being like the internal monologue of what happened at the end of last arc where he clawed out his own throat.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the imagery that it got me. Where are we going?
Sure. Extra. That was fun. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself there. You sound like you were having fun with that narration.
I love playing creepy Keiichi.
It's great, isn't it?
It's the best Keiichi.
Except for Perfect Keiichi. Oh, speaking
That
of
is the
speaking of
perfect Keiichi.
adorable shush you. Speaking of adorable characters, thank you very much for enjoying Higurashi when they cry while Tanagashi. How'd you like the story this time? If you enjoyed it even little, then I'm very happy.
Oh! How do I do this
What
voice?
is this voice? A little nothing.
A little nothing, not again. It was a huge bad ending again, was it not?
Yeah.
Is it enough to make me simply furious?
That's a
And
lions!
send me off into the lions!
Throw you to the lions. I'm furious. Fucking Rika.
Well, good work, everyone. Well, that's how it ended, but don't you think this story was kind of like a Mion chapter?
Yeah.
I'm extremely satisfied with how big a role I played.
You couldn't call such a thing a success! Rico and I got killed too, didn't we?
None of this concerns Sadako at all either.
Ah! I didn't want to die like that!
Now, don't cry. There was a story sitting around me-chan, so there'll probably be one that sits around Sadako-chan too. Look forward to it.
Sadako would definitely get attacked by a crowd of weirdo bullies and abused to death. Or thrown into her own lion pit.
I don't want that!
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh boy!
Throwing punches.
Me-chan, if you joke around too much, you'll make me angry too. Me has a flat chest. Your mind wouldn't understand it even if it wanted to be petted.
What?
I don't actually...
I actually have no idea. I'm so
Hold on!
confused.
Me has a flat chest your mind wouldn't understand even if it wanted to be petted.
Oh, they expanded.
Your body is so unchest.
What? Hello everyone. Welcome to the All Cast Review session.
I'm sorry.
What? What is it?
I'm unhappy with this pacing.
It's great.
Let's move on.
Great work, everyone. Sorry we're late again. Tamataka Flash san, Oishi-san. Yeah, you did a great job as well. Where are Takano-san and Shion-chan?
They're coming, of course. Thank you for inviting us today. May I sit here?
Oh, look at little chairs and stuff.
Yes, go right ahead.
Adorable. I love them.
Oh, she's
There she
actually an
is.
all-class review.
Yay!
Thank goodness I can finally be less suspicious of her.
Woo!
With all of us here, this is sure to be the best part. Please go easy on me.
Your Takano voice and your
So
every other voice.
so similar, it's painful.
It's great. Then shall we get started? Is this everyone?
The thing is all it is it's my evil voice.
I know.
That's all it is.
You've given all these characters your like most evil voice. It's great.
It's so much fun.
Oh god. Is this everyone? Everyone but Keiichi.
Something character art.
Which means my Bergman
Yeah,
still
sure.
doesn't have a portrait. You son of bitch! It was so easy line and you took it from me!
At least you can read this line.
Now unfortunately it doesn't feel right to leave him out.
Mio-san, you don't have to worry about that. Times like this, going all out is actually a way of showing consideration.
That's true, isn't it? We're all here for once. Holding a wake would be boring.
Then sorry Keiichi-kun, but we'll take things from here.
Not gonna do the fucking phone call gag again?
Maybe.
It's decided. Okay, everyone get the cups.
I think they might.
Does anyone not like carbonated drinks?
Get ready for the phone call gag. There's alcohol for the adults, don't. Rika-chan, what will you have? Cola? Juice? Me. I want what Tomitaki Flesh is having. Hey, Rika-chan, you're not allowed to drink.
Ryukichi is really getting his money's worth out of this angry sprite from
Great.
Reno.
She's adorable. She's so cute when
Has
she's
everyone got their
angry.
cups? If we don't make a toast soon, my juice will get warm.
Oh no, no one wants warm juice.
Who will lead? Mion? Rena should do it.
Yay!
Okay, Rena, go ahead.
Let's go, gets to do the toast. Then, everyone, excellent work. The Wetana Gesha chapter is now over.
Thank you.
Woo! Woo!
A round of applause.
Fucking did it! Okay, everybody's here. Shall we debate the story again? I think so. Then let's get some honest opinions. Does anyone here have something to say?
An honest opinion, was the story this time not an answer chapter? The criminal was Mion-san. The root of all evil was the Sonozaki family.
Nailed it.
Was that not the conclusion?
Yeah, she did it. She solved it. I see. I was so sure that Mi-chan wasn't the criminal.
Too naive. This was entirely predictable from the previous Onna Kikuchi chapter, was it not? In fact, it's almost shocking how predictable it was.
You're right. It probably did align with most of the predictions made by players of the previous scenario. It's like the story went exactly as everyone expected. Then does that mean that the main Higurashi with Necross scenario was pretty much over? So it's a sure thing that the root of everything was Mi-chan's family?
I wonder. In fact, I think this is all it means to the theory of the Sonozakis being the guilty party has been disproven.
What?
Oh, you had the same opinion, Mio-san. I think the same way. I still don't believe it in curses. At the very least, however, I think the chances of the Sonozaki family being the true criminals has gone down.
Why would you say that? Huh? Why is that? See, she knows all about it. Didn't Mi-chan confess that she killed everyone?
That's right. She killed Rika and me. So, what do you mean that she isn't the criminal after all that?
I'm not trying to confuse you or anything. It's just that I think there are a lot of things that don't go along with Mion being the one behind everything. If you think about it a little, you'll get it.
I had believed the truth to be more or less in line with the Sonozaki family theory, but I'd love to hear your theory, Mion-chan.
And hear me out. In the end, I confessed I'd participated in the past incidents, right? Thought something was really right about that, so I guess that's my basis. I mean, think about it. If the incidents of the past were caused by the Sonozaki family, that would be crazy. I mean, wouldn't they all be perfect crimes? They're all attributed to other criminals or simple accidents after all. Well, that's right. The Sonozaki family is very powerful and they're acting behind the scenes. Wouldn't pulling off perfect crimes be child's play for them? That's just it. That's the weird thing. The Sonozaki family's been killing and erasing people so well for the last 4 years they didn't even let out a hint they were behind it, right? The incidents in the 5th year now, that was really cheap. They're killing and erasing people at random. Any idiot could have seen the connection with the Sonozaki family.
Now that I think about it, you're right. The incidents in the past were all mysterious, and nobody could tell if they were because of the curse or just simple crimes, but then on the 5th year, they suddenly get really violent.
I love that basically everything for the past, 2 videos has just been completely ignoring what happened with Takano. Takano and fucking Tomitaki.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just I was involved in the past incidents.
I did.
I do not understand what you are saying.
Not in the slightest.
Rika, do you?
Me? She means that if the Sonozaki family were the real criminals, then they would have done a much better job with the incident on the 5th year.
So what does that mean? Mion-san wasn't the one who killed Rika and me, but it was the work of a demon who possessed Mion-san?
Come, what?
What?
That doesn't seem right. What? Come now.
Well, no,
Is
listen,
that
it's,
Sadako?
it's definitely not Sadako.
I was-
Because it's Rika
Come
and
now.
me.
Yeah,
Just take it as Rika.
I
The
guess
wrong
so.
sprite move, that's all it has.
Alright. Come now, just like I thought last time, Mion-san wasn't a bad person after all, was she? That's right. Sadako-chan and I both thought that she was doing bad things because she was possessed by something. Then does that mean our theory was right?
Does it?
I've been supporting the curse theory since the last after party, and the story this time makes me all the more convinced it is true. That fact revealed at the very end. The information regarding how Mion-san and Dekano-san had died days before, despite being witnessed, seems to indeed support that theory. I see you tapping your foot to the music. You're enjoying this. You used to hate it, but now you love it. Yes.
As I said, it's begrudging. It's very begrudging.
He's enjoying himself, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my. I see the cursed believers who seemed unconfident last time have grown quite a bit more self-assured. Do any of those who think it was a human have any objections?
Last time, Mi-chan and Rika-chan were the ones who thought it was the work of a person. Tomitake Flash-san did too, didn't he? Okay, let's hear what you've got then.
You've got me there. I can't quite find the right words.
We'll write them. One of the pieces of evidence for the curse theory is the mismatching times of death.
Right.
So if I could just prove that theory, it would prove that a human did it, wouldn't it?
And not a witch or some demon or something.
Oh, Shion, you have a good objection. Well, I suppose. I have the same opinion as you, Mion, that it was a human. I don't think that the Sonozaki family were the main culprits either. If it's okay with you, I'll offer my objections.
Show us what you've got! If you say it wasn't the curse, then let's hear your evidence. Okay, Shion-chan. The last trick we've been talking about. Despite Mion-chan having died the day of the incident from falling into the well, how did she appear days later to kill you and Keiichi-kun?
Here it is, my Sonozaki sister's conspiracy theory. My reason is simple. If Mion was dead by that time, then the only one who could have stabbed Kei-chan was me, and I disguised myself as Mion and stabbed him. And I went back to my room pretending to have a tussle with a ghost, and then jumped down and killed myself. Sounds right to me.
That's like what you were saying. It's fun.
So when you get down to it, Mion-chan, in this case, would be the one to take the blame. She would take care of the murdered person, and Shion-chan would be made into merely a victim. If she hid herself in the well, the disguised Shion-chan could show up wherever she pleased, and murder whoever she wanted, all planned from the start.
But then, why did they both die? Are they saying she actually slipped? Are we saying, what?
It's a great question.
Tomitaki? Not a fan of the theory. Tomitaki?
Tomitaki is smart man, I get it. Then Mion-san made two mistakes. First was that her corpse was found, and second was dying when she only planned to hide. That's what it would mean.
Well now, you're right, there is something logical about that.
I do love the wording of that though. Mion-san made two mistakes. One of them was she died. Like
She fucking got
Mion, you
killed.
made
yeah.
two key mistakes on your homework this week.
One was you forgot to carry the one, and the second was that you died halfway through and there's blood on the paper. I can't read it.
However, I'm still not convinced. I was too different from the magnificent perfect crimes in the past.
The perfect rhymes.
Even if their plan went well, Mion would end up the bad guy, wouldn't she? She would either have to hide the rest of her life or live pretending to be Shion, wouldn't she? That'd be too constrained. You can't call that a perfect crime. Yeah, would have to live the rest of her life as Shion, and wouldn't want that. It's
That'd
the
be impossible.
worst.
I couldn't do that. In other words, whether by dying or disappearing, me would have to go away.
Rika-chan, that's a good thought. That means we should consider that Mion Sonozaki leaving the stage was part of their plan. That's why at the end Mion took the blame for all the incidents in the past. She took responsibility for all of them herself and then left. By doing that, she could cover up the true culprit behind the past incidents, which means that this incident wasn't shabby. Its purpose was to cement all the past incidents as perfect crimes. Because that's what it comes down to. Are you saying there's some collaboration here going on between Shion and actual bad guy? Or me on an actual bad guy.
Actual bad guy? Sure, yeah.
And listen, I'm still suspicious of Takano.
I'm pretty suspicious of those Sonozakis. I don't like them.
Listen. Only,
There are corpses down
only
there.
2 characters have had bad guy hair.
It's true.
Both of them with this arc. If
true.
Oishi suddenly gets his hair blowing in the next chapter, I'm running for the hills.
Yeah, we know it's him.
Because then we know that air conditioning is filled with poison gas.
It's true, it's true. That's the perfect plan.
I suppose that's what it comes down to. I don't even know where we're up to.
We finished, it's fine.
The young leader of the Sonozaki family, who was the biggest suspect, confessed to everything and disappeared. For her, or perhaps for the non-Sonozaki true culprit, there's likely no more favorable outcome.
The non-Sonozaki true culprit.
I don't understand even an inch of your conversation. What do you mean by Mion-san taking the blame? Are there imperial measurements to make me seem more posh? Is she not the culprit?
The culprit of this crime that has taken place in this prefecture? Let me put it this way. The true culprit behind the seal-free death incidents was somebody else. Mi-chan gave a fake confession that she caused all the previous incidents to protect that person, or so everyone's saying.
My, I said this during the story, but it seems we have an incredible detective on our hands.
Is it Ryukishi repeating himself as he acknowledges himself repeating himself? Yes, it is,
It definitely
ladies and
is.
gentlemen.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it does seem a bit persuasive.
Alright, sorry, I was so busy just shit posting, I'm gonna have to actually read this now.
God damn you!
Okay, yep.
I said it in such a lovely voice, too.
Yep. Mhm.
This is why we just make you do every voice,
That's
because
right.
then you'll
I
actually
should-
take it in.
Then I'll actually pay attention.
You'll actually pay attention to lines if you just say all of them.
okay.
And I just sit here and smoke my fucking pipe and my smoke cigarettes
Fake-
in the hospital.
Fake confessions, previous... Yep.
Yep, gotcha.
Incident started to throw the scent off the true criminal. That's my reasoning. If I go further, I think the true culprit isn't part of the Sonozaki family. He did that on purpose. He fucking did that on... He did that on purpose.
I can either confirm or deny
He
anything.
did that on purpose.
I can either confirm or deny anything.
He thinks he's being clever. He thinks he's got us. So it was Mion-chan disrupting the incident to further protect the mystery person who pulled off the perfect crimes 4 years running then. Oh, that's it. This is officially a good all-cast review session. That moment has made it. It was falling apart, but I'm sold. Done. Give me more of this.
Keep fucking going.
That's right.
You arsehole.
The side porn that only appeared in the name in the last story. Pretty suspicious if you ask me.
Sounds suspicious to me. Amazing. It really does all that
It
up.
really does, Rika.
Clap, clap, clap. You did it. You figured it out. Nice work, Rika. You did
I
it.
think the sun is... I can't stop.
Fucking say why!
Say it! I think the Sonozaki family and the sisters are the culprits, though. An incident caused by the sisters to sever their old fetters to the 3 families to clear away the past. That's my theory.
Clearing away the past. You mean that they placed the blame for the 3 families' crimes on their final leader, Mion, to put an end to a dark history, and then the 2 of them left.
That's right. It would make a sad story where the sisters finally choose to end it after a lot of worry. We went a little too far.
Amazing. It really does all that up. Clap, 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 clap.
It's interesting. I feel like no one has actually posed different theories in this entire thing. Everyone's kind of posing the same theory and adding on to it, and I so far don't really...
They're collaborating.
I don't really disagree with any of it.
Yeah, they're collaborating in this one rather than be like, these are the 2 sides. They're like,
Yeah.
what if we, propose a Sonozaki theory? What if it's not Sonozaki's, it's very much more communicative. It's like a forum that people communicate on
Wow.
with words.
That's incredible. I've never
incredible.
heard of such a thing.
I never heard.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? It looks like Rika-chan has an opinion too. Go ahead, Rika-chan. I didn't know she had any of those. Go ahead, Rika-chan. I have a question for you all. Why did Keiichi need to get stabbed?
Good question.
Good question. Why, Felix?
Lunch money.
Lunch money? That's fucked.
You already know why that is, Rika. It's obviously because he had lunch money in the store. Sorry, went into the forbidden storehouse without asking.
Stole the storehouse's lunch money.
That's right.
God damn
That
it.
poor storehouse. It's such a big creature. It needs so much food.
It needs all that lunch.
Thinking back on it now, Tomitaki Flesh Grun and Takeno-san probably died in the previous story because they snuck into that storehouse, eh?
That's a juicy prediction.
This is what I am telling you.
That is rather strange indeed. That's all she's gonna say. Okay.
What is it that's strange?
And she's still not saying it.
Reda-san, that's right. Won't you think back, please? Peasant?
Please, no! That's right. In the previous scenario, they were onto Keiichi's life even though he didn't sneak into the ritual storehouse. Where's Jerry when you need him?
Where is Jerry? He's my favorite Higurashi character.
You're gonna edit him in, aren't you? You fucker. Well, that's because, Hinamizawa hates outsiders, right? That's why they tried to kill Keiichi-kun.
That's a load of shit, Jerry!
Fuck you!
It would be strange, though. They should have attacked Kei-chan's parents, too, in that case. No matter how you look at it, though, his parents never seem to be in much danger.
Yeah.
Either this time or the last.
Their parents
It's almost like they're barely relevant characters to the story.
They don't even have sprites! Not like that Keiichi. Oh, wait. Get fucked, Keiichi. Oh, let's call him up.
Hear that, everyone who thinks it was a human's doing? Unless you can properly explain the reason Keiichi-san's life was threatened, you can't definitely prove the criminal was human, can you?
No, even with the curse theory, however, we don't know why Moeba-san was attacked this time or last time.
With a little more, we could have had it. There's still a lot of mysteries remaining.
If only Ryukishi had told us more answers.
If only.
Then we could have solved it.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time I'll give you more information, you fucking nerd.
He's done it again, bro. He thinks he's being clever. He's not.
He's very clever. Ryushi is a genius.
You can find some kind of reason for everyone but Keiichi-kun to die. For some reason, Keiichi-kun's death is always vague. Both this time and last time. So they've acknowledged he's died. It happened. He's dead.
No, he's not dead. No,
he's dead.
got hit in the face
He's
or whatever.
dead.
No, he's fine.
Oh, I'm so happy.
No, get fucked, Keiichi.
You
suck.
He's being targeted regardless of whether he went into the ritual storehouse.
Such a good boy. Put down in the prime of his life.
Then does that not mean he was doing something that got him killed both last time and this time?
I see. If we can find something in common about Moeba-gun's actions between last time and this time, it seems like it would be the key to unraveling all of the incidents.
I skimmed through the stories again, but I think he's going about his life in his own way.
Tomitaki sounds like the kind of guy who comes in before class having not read their prescribed readings, and it's like, well, I skimmed it.
I skimmed the stories. Let me tell you the answer to those questions. Bluebirds. Yes, that's
the
significant one. Though aside from the part of the storehouse, I didn't spot anything suspicious about his daily lifestyle. Except for all that murder he was committing. Keiichi-kun, what did you do both last time and this time?
Went to school. Fucking solved. I told you it was lunch money.
There you go, it's lunch money. Nuclear lunch money. Something bad that will cause you to be killed.
When did the Manhattan Project come into this?
I don't know. It's best to ask the person himself when you're unsure.
I gotta call him up!
Gag.
Here we go! Here comes the phone gang! They can hear him through the phone! Here it is, this is your line! You better say it!
So while I was reading the script for the next game all by myself, you were all talking about me behind my back, huh?
Yeah!
I see.
Yeah, get fucked, Keiichi! We love you though, please come back. Don't leave us. Well, that's that. Anyway, Keiichi-kun, you should try asking out for your own heart.
Kei-chan, what kind of bad thing did you do that would get you killed?
It must surely be all the violent things he does towards me.
Makes sense to me. Squeezing my chest so tightly was surely a crime. Yeah. Being happy all day, surrounded by girls around his age is kind of like a crime in the first place.
He really hasn't.
What?
He hasn't read the story at all, has he?
Yeah, he skimmed it. He skimmed the bits that he was in, which was not much.
He just read his lines.
Yeah, he read his lines and ignored the rest.
No. A grave crime indeed.
You see, Uishi knows and he's covering for him.
Yes, Tomitaki-san, Flesh-san, I am telling you, Moeba-san is truly an envious main character, isn't he? Switch out with me once in a while, would you?
Well, with all those perks, getting stabbed at the end really isn't much of a price to pay.
Agreed! Takano gets it.
I don't want to hang around with Takano.
She's great.
Well, there you go, Keiichi-san. Have you remembered the crimes you've committed? Both this time and last time I live a proper and just life, and I always meet a terrible fate at the end.
So good.
What was that? About ask my own heart? I'm the one who wants to know this is bullying.
This is bullying! How sad, how sad. I'll pet your head next time for you.
I wonder if we should go back and read Onikakushi again after reading this one. Now that
We already reread that.
that never
so
helps.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to put myself in Mion's shoes and read back over Watanagashi.
That sounds like a good plan.
Said Mion as she appeared on screen.
Yeah.
Unsuspiciously.
Oh, come on. Get out of life.
He thinks he's being clever.
He is clever. He's a genius. He's got plans within plans. He's like Zeech from Warhammer. That's a great reference. Please
Shout
keep
out
that
to all
in.
of the Warhammer fans in the audience.
Look, leave a comment. If you're a Warhammer fan, let me know. Let me know.
Maybe I'll
Let's
find
talk
something
about
different
it.
compared to when I read it.
Ah, fuck.
What is your favorite Chaos God? Leave it in the comments.
Maybe I'll find something different compared to when I read it from Keiichi's point of view. Hold on. Stop.
What?
Stop.
What? What's your favorite
Stop.
Chaos God?
No, stop.
Mine is-
in Neon's shoes and read the story not from Keiichi's point of view. Is that Answer Arc spoilers? Are we gonna have to censor this for Answer Arc spoilers?
I don't know, man. We won't know until we get there.
Can either confirm or deny the existence of Answer Arc spoilers in a question arcs.
How come you get to do the confirm or deny thing? That's my thing. You can't steal my
You were
thing.
being too slow.
I neither confirm or
The bit
deny.
needs to keep
This guy
going.
is a fucking nerd. He's
needs-
stealing my bit.
It needs to keep.
You don't have to
going along.
confirm it. You stole my
Ben.
bit. Yeah,
I will always think it was the doing of a demon.
I agree.
All of the events and tricks can be explained with a demon.
Demon Slanesh. I got it.
There you go.
It's kind of like plasma.
There you go. Plasma weapons.
Plasma
Warhammer
demons.
40K.
Yep, there you go,
Solved.
done.
We've done it again.
Melts a gun, did it.
Higurashi solved in Arc 2. Woo!
Chaos Guards.
Let's
Woo!
get out of here. Show's over.
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
Cutting all that.
I'm
What
not
did
cutting
you?
a single
What?
word.
What did you, the readers, think about it? We'd certainly like to hear your thoughts and opinions.
I'd
She
cry-
says
I'd-
unblinkingly.
I'd cry so much if he gives us a web address that is now dead.
Wait, why is she asking the question when she just, you know, whatever. Through the mail?
mail.
Is there an address? Oh, because she's like reading the script and she's like, wait, hold on, this doesn't make sense.
Wait,
what a
you're telling me the
good
all-cast
chick.
review session has a script too? My
Yeah.
reality is shattered,
I'm
Ben.
sorry.
That's alright.
That's the joke. You see, it's a good joke. I like it. Ryukishi, you're
I
a
guess
funny
I'll
guy.
have to cut that
Ryukishi,
joke to make
no,
time for the
don't.
Slanesh
Achievement
one.
unlocked. Watanagashi party. with the-
Watanagashi party. See you in the recap
Whoa.
next
Boop, boop,
time.
boop,